All right, everybody, welcome to the Rumormill Rundown. We got some fun stuff to go through today, Sam. I'm going to start us right off with this top one here, right off the top. All right, reports are surfacing that there will be Doom variants in Avengers Doomsday, and one of which is a female variant. These were very early rumors that are now making their rounds again on the internet. How valid do you think they are?
All right. So, female Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Mrs. Doom.
Ms. Doom, yeah.
Do we care?
I don't know if we care. This is my point of view on Doom variants. If I'm sorry, I forgot his name on the top of my head. Who played Dr. Doom in the Fantastic Four ones that recently passed away of cancer? Oh, I should know his name on the top of my head because I was just thinking about him the other day.
Oh, shucks.
But, anyways, guys.
I see his face.
Right?
Yeah. You're going to say his name or be like, oh, yeah, duh, man.
Yeah, right. But there have been a couple of live action iterations of the Fantastic Four.
You're not talking about the best one, right? In that newer Fantastic Four.
His name was.
Let me guess. Julian.
Yes.
Julian
McMahon.
Oh, I would never guess the second part.
No, but yeah.
I got Julian right?
Julian McMahon.
Right,
yes. This amazing actor passed away recently.
Yeah.
Like July 2nd of last year. Hasn't even almost a full year now, guys. So I say that to say that we've had, like, in the old 90s, the Fantastic Four film that never really went to theaters and all that stuff. And they pay homage to them in Fantastic Four First Steps with having the actors come in. The gentleman who played Dr. Doom then, he's still alive. This version of Dr. Doom was one of my favorite versions of Dr. Doom. So RDJ, you got some big shoes to fill if you're going to try to beat what he could do in this one. Anyways, we'll get there sometime, folks. And then we have Toby. I forgot his last name. He was in the recent Fantastic Four one that Fox did before it got rebooted in the MCU.
The best Doom, right?
No.
Yeah.
This is the one where I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what they were doing in making it. He's a good actor. Toby. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let me see
I
his
am
face.
blanking on names tonight, guys. I am sorry. Toby Cabell.
Let's see his face.
That one.
Yeah, the best Doom. He's the best one.
Okay. That silence right there is me like going, what the heck are you talking
I'm
about?
kidding.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to get you going.
I had a feeling you were kidding. Part of me is like, what
Doom.
am I going to do? Yeah, no.
Just
Anyways.
bring him back.
So I always thought to move on from that. I always thought.
So by the way, cats.
Yeah, the cats. I always thought it would have been cool if RDJ is playing a Doom variant and we're not going to get RDJ Doom for the rest of the MCU to do a variance of Doom and he's like the God Emperor Doom that everyone's talking about. That would have been kind of cool. However, my favorite Doom passed away, so now I don't want that to happen. This is the main thing about this rumor. I don't think it's true. I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's true. They're not going to take the spotlight off of the Dr. Doom RDJ to another Dr. Doom variant. It'd be one thing if these are like Kang variants and they're all behind him and it's probably RDJ playing a whole bunch of different types of Dooms. Or there's a female version like Lady Deadpool that was there. That was just like didn't overtake anything. It was still Deadpool's film type thing. That's one thing if it's a Lady Doom in the crowd of Dooms. But they're not going to have a Doom variant like this.
Yeah.
I think Doom is a safe bet. He's a selfish guy. He's not going to want a whole bunch of variants of himself when he can just take it over himself, like one guy. You know what I mean? You're going to see variants of like Spider-Man. You're going to see Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, all that in Secret Wars. But you're not going to see in Doomsday or Secret Wars a female Doom variant. That's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just think it's unnecessary.
They just don't have the money after RDJ. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That's probably partially true.
To be honest.
But I also think it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, why? You don't need to. I think
Yeah.
you got a lot to tell.
There's already enough
already.
going on.
So yeah, just
Yeah.
not that you can't handle a big load of stuff, but yeah, but why? I mean, would it? I don't think it would help the story at all. But we don't know what the story is, so who knows? You know.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in who Doctor Doom could have been than I am who he is and whether we're getting him. If you had to fan cast Doom right now, do you have a top one? Do you have a top actor? I got one.
Well,
Right off the top of my head.
There are two on the top of my head, honestly. I forgot the one guy's name. And one of them we're going to be talking about tonight in the Doctor Strange movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
He would have been Mads
Mikkelsen.
Yeah. He would have been my top pick. He would have been my top pick.
Viggo Mortensen for me.
Yes.
Aragorn. Yep.
Oh, yes. Oh, he would have been my third pick. Actually, he should be my second pick. My third pick would have been the guy who played Scarecrow in Batman Begins.
Cillian Murphy?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. I could see that.
He's a little bit younger than the other two, so he could do it a little bit longer.
He's looking older now.
But, but he could pull it off. Yeah.
I do think Viggo Mortensen would play.
He'd be
awesome.
Amazing.
It's just me, so
I completely agree. But
to me, that's more to talk about than that. What's this?
And
I'm glad we're talking about though, because it has come up. But it's like, it just doesn't.
Yeah, and the only
why
there is a rumor out there that's similar to this, but it's around Dr. Doom having like a council of people around him. We're going to get into more of that on next week's Rumormill rundown, because there's one character that's been rumored out there to be part of this that we'll definitely talk about. But I'll be more interested in that and see what the heck that is, if that's true.
Yeah, and I think that council thing probably refers more to Secret Wars than it's going to be Doomsday. What do you think?
I feel like that has more to do with just Doom's overall plot.
Yeah.
And if they're a big surprise character like a Scarlet Witch behind the scenes or a Doctor Strange behind the scenes like the rumors are, that's just cool for us, even better for them because they don't have to tell their stories.
Yeah.
It's just part of this story. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Anyway, so what do you guys think of a female Doom variant? Do you think this is valid? Do you think this is actually going to happen? Do you think it's overload? Or do you think, this better happen? Who knows? Metal boobs. We're already getting blue boobs. Why not have metal boobs too? So comment below and let us know. All right, so I'll lead off in the second story here. 47 years ago, the forefather of Marvel Studios decided to announce Blade with Mahershala Ali.
What's it called again?
Blade.
Huh. Never heard of it.
Right? Not spoon, not knife, not screwdriver, Blade. So he has yet to make his first physical appearance into the MCU. The post-credit scene in Eternals, we're not going to talk about Eternals too much because it doesn't sound like Marvel's trying to adapt any of that we know of. But that's all that we've ever had of him in the MCU. And to be honest, if you didn't even know it was his voice, you wouldn't have even known. I didn't know until afterwards. And they were like, oh, it was him. You're like, oh, it wasn't distinguishable enough for me. Anyways, Insider Daniel RPK is reported a while back that Blade will make his MCU appearance in Avengers Secret Wars. And now more insider reports indicates that indeed Mahershala Ali, his full MCU debut will be in Avengers Secret Wars. His role is expected to be significant and will carry on into the next phase of the MCU. So how much do we trust this, and do we like this idea or not? So,
I mean,
I'll probably throw you for a curveball on this, on my thoughts. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't trust anything that Marvel says about Blade until I'm sitting in the seat watching the movie. Okay?
That's true. This poor project has been delayed.
I think Mahershala Ali is going to be too old at this point to continue the character on. Why do it? But the other part of this that makes me kind of go, what? Is him having a crucial role in Secret Wars. And it's just a strange character to put that kind of responsibility on, especially one that you're having a hard time bringing into this universe anyways, and especially one that is so unique as Blade. Makes me wonder what Secret Wars is and what Doomsday is going to be. I'll be honest with you, none of these things that we talk about that this kind of news comes up or rumor gets me curious in Doomsday and Secret Wars in a positive way. almost all of it is in a really?
Hmm.
Really? It's not a really. You know what I mean? It's not like a, oh, that's interesting. It's a really? And I don't know. I don't care for that feeling. I'm getting to a certain point with all this where I'm kind of like, what kind of bullshit are you guys trying to sell us here? Because I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. Do I want Blade? Yes. Should it be Mahershala Ali? I mean, I guess. How long do you want to keep the guy? He's near Wesley Snipes' age now. Might as well just bring Wesley Snipes in. It's like if he's a crucial part of Secret Wars, I don't like hearing new characters being a bigger part of something that's ending old characters. It makes me kind of feel, it just makes me feel like this is all of it is just to kind of make you get this reaction that we're doing right now. Thankfully, we're in a rumor mill thing. This could be bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
This could be nothing, So as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm not too worried about it. The minute it becomes news is when that's when I'm gonna be like, really? Right now, I see this as just a rumor and a possibility. And frankly, I probably wouldn't do it if it was me. I'd be like, nope, this Blade's going to show up when Blade shows up in the right way. And we're not just going to shoehorn him in. We're not going to do it just because. And I probably wouldn't waste a lot of time on newer characters in Secret Wars more than ending old and maybe ushering in some new. And maybe if Blade's got something to do with it, that's cool. But I don't know what's Blade going to have to do with this. It's going to make a lot of sense. And we don't know what these movies are yet, too. So I feel like this is kind of jumping the gun. It's very hard to speculate on Secret Wars when Doomsday is still very much a cloud of mystery, really, for me. So
okay. So
that's where I'm going to leave it. I think it's a bit. But anything to do with Blade though, until I see it, it's got to be. Even when I see it, I'm going to be like, am I dreaming? I don't trust the Marvel with Blade thing. Because they don't know how to do it. So what all of a sudden do you know how to do? All of a sudden, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just.
So I guess I would have a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit more of an optimistic take on this. All right, and there's two reasons why. Two things I'm going to point out. Russo brothers, as we saw in Captain America: Civil War, have a great, I wouldn't say formula, but a great way of being able to introduce to your audience a new character that you don't need to give too much of a backstory, but it's just enough to put them into the MCU and then see if the right creative team behind them can go and make them flourish. They just did that, like we just said in Captain America: Civil War with Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and Black Panther. And thankfully, those two went on to become successful franchises within the MCU. I think one of the problems that they've been having with Blade is they haven't been able to figure out how do we introduce vampires into the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's any indication of what they've done with magic, and we're going to be talking about that in our retrospective today with Doctor Strange, they dropped the ball on magic. At least for your general audience to understand what does the MCU mean about magic. To anyone who says they get it and they did a great job with it, no. In all honesty, and like I said, we're going to talk about on our first Doctor Strange retrospective, but even what we know of the Doctor Strange sequel and some of the other witchcraft, magic type stuff later on, it's very wishy-washy.
Mm-hmm.
And who can do magic, when they could do magic, who can hone spells, who can't. It contradicts common lore of what magic users can do. And it's okay if Marvel's going to do it a little bit differently than because it's all fictitious, y'all. But at least set some ground rules, and they haven't been able to do that in the MCU. So I can't say they could do the same thing with vampires this same way. I think they're having a struggle with how to bring him in. I think there are a number of reasons why Blade didn't get off its feet after he announced it. One probably also, other than them not figuring out how to introduce him and the whole idea of vampirism, but also the quantity versus quality type thing. I think Kevin Feige has purposely kept some of these projects like Blade on the back burner during that horrible time where he was told he had to do so many movies and so many shows, and they were just using existing IP that was already successful to see if they could make that work instead of introducing some brand new IP that could be a hit or miss depending on if they do it right, especially with someone like Blade. So I think that really does have a big part of it, is that they were like, we're not going to throw him in here while we're in the midst of this roller coaster and figure out what the heck are we going to do with him and potentially ruin the character for the MCU moving forward.
Is that not what they're doing here, if this is true?
No.
In the midst of all this going on, we're just going to toss him in and
to go
see
back to what I said about Civil War. He says on here a significant role.
Yeah, that's the difference, right?
I don't know if significant role. See, this is how I'm picturing Secret Wars in my head at the moment, and I'm basing this a little bit off of the comics because that's how they're trying to pull it from us from the comics. I think we are going to get a core team of 5 to 6 characters, similar to what we had in Endgame, to be honest, that we are going to follow, that's going to help wake everybody up to what Doom has actually done and have an epic battle. That's similar, a little bit similar, not exactly, but a little bit similar to what they did in the Secret Wars comic, where it was basically in the Secret Wars comic, there's like one character, I believe it was either Wolverine or Doctor Strange, someone who knew of what happened before, and then slowly they started waking everybody up. I would not be surprised if, because wherever Blade is in the MCU, because we haven't been introduced to vampirism, this could be a way of bringing forth vampirism, at least the dimension of vampires, or however they're going to describe it, Mephisto's realm, whatever, wherever Blade's come from, or half of them has come from, to be honest. This would be a way to bring that to light, and that he is not connected with everybody else, so he could be part of a team that will go and help bring people to light on that. That way, you don't have to tell a full backstory of him and make him be like in every frame, but just like Peter Parker and Black Panther, you sprinkle him in enough, give him some cool action scenes, already got a great actor to do it, and there you go. You've now brought him into the MCU, and what you do with him moving forward is up to whatever the Russo brothers are going to give their hands to. And be like, all right, guys, we set him up for you, just like Black Panther and Spider-Man. Now go ahead and figure out what you're going to do. You got him now. And even if it never amounts to anything because of his age, or it just amounts to a Midnight Sun movie that we've talked about before, at least you've already broken the ice of introducing him to the audience. And now the audience will say if they like him, don't like him, and then move forward from there.
All right.
That's my 2 cents on it. I do think it'll be ambitious to do it in the Secret Wars film, but I actually can see something like this being done. Because I have a feeling in Secret Wars, not only are going to throw everybody in there, but we're going to be introduced to some characters that were in different dimensions that we've never seen before, and we know in our comic brains, there is a possibility they could be there, we just haven't seen them yet. And this could be a good time for a niche character like Blade. How do we fit him in? Here, this is a weird story already. To throw him in, just throw him in and see what happens. That's my thought.
All right. I hope you're right.
Yeah.
I like your optimism.
I'm sticking to some optimism a little bit until we find out. Because if I stuck with the other way, especially for Sadie Sink's part right now, I'd be like, be a little depressing. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, it's just a rumor.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, they don't know what the hell to do with this character still.
I'm just letting my imagination run wild.
Yeah.
And Russo brothers, if you like what you heard, please take it. I don't care. Don't give me the credit.
I don't know how I would even bring Blade into it right now at this point either.
Yeah.
So like, it's hard to even have a path of my own with him. So I get it. Yeah. If they got some idea, then maybe it's something's better than nothing, I guess, right? But
well, the cool thing about Secret Wars is you don't need to flesh out too much of backstory characters, because you're literally just throwing all these characters into this weird battle world scenario.
Yeah.
They have to survive and figure out a way to get out. So the Russo brothers are great with writing character development in regards to their skill set, how they're going to interact with other people, with their smarts, things like that. So just do what they do best for a character like Blade to establish those key core things of Blade, and the story itself that they're having a hard time figure out to do. Worry about that later once you've established your character.
Yeah.
Then it'll be easier to throw in the whole movie for him, because you don't have to reintroduce him. You know what I mean?
Right.
So anyways, that's my thought. What do you guys think? Jump down in the comment section below. Let us know what you thought of my thoughts. Do you think Blade should be in Secret Wars? Do you think they should just wait? Or do you think at this point they kind of need to recast because they've kind of kicked the can down the road a little too long? Let us know in the comments below.
Sounds good.
All right, Ike.
All right, guys, our next rumor, this one I'm actually kind of excited for because this is coming from a real good source. Jeff Snyder's been known to have some real good stuff out there. He knows his thing. A new rumor report online from Jeff Snyder suggests that Sebastian Stan's mystery character in the Batman Part 2 is not Harvey Dent, but instead Victor, I'm going to say his name wrong, but I'm going to say it's Zsasz, right?
Yep.
Okay. But don't count out Harvey Dent from being in the movie, as his actual portrayal will be from Brian Tyree Henry. Do we like this? I love this. I think this is brilliant. I hope this is 100% true. I think, Jeff, if you get a lot of your stuff right, I'm hoping this is one of them. I'm great with Brian Tyree Henry playing Harvey Dent. I have no problem with that. I think Harvey Dent, that'll be a great character for him to play. I think it'd be different for that actor to play. It'd be cool to see him do something different. But I'm more excited to see Sebastian Stan take on a bad guy role, because you could make this guy real messed up.
And he is real messed up.
This could surpass like Joker kind of scary if he does it right. And I think this fits this really cool serial killer-esque kind of feel that this new Batman iteration has kind of welcomed itself to feeling. You know, I like this idea. I want this to be true. I hope this is true. I think Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent's too on the nose, too simple, too Hollywood casting. I think him playing this bad guy character, especially this one, is the kind I want to see in the next Robert Pattinson movie of Batman, for sure. I'm down. This better be true. If it's not, I'll be sad. I hope it's true, because I think this is a great idea.
Well, what I will say about this, great actor, Sebastian Stan. We love him in the MCU, but even outside the MCU, he's just a fantastic method actor. Great character we have not seen in live action. And let me tell you about this guy. I don't know too much about him, although Batman's my favorite DC character or superhero. He is creepy. He actually has cut marks on all his victims that he's done, and it's all over his body. So just to picture Sebastian Stan looking that way and acting that serial killer way and doing this crazy mind stuff that the first Batman movie was really great at, really portraying with the Riddler. I would love to see this. If they announce this as true and confirmed.
Whoa, that's how excited I am.
If they announce this as true and confirmed, I will buy same night it comes out theater tickets.
Oh yeah,
I would want to see this.
Yeah,
like hands down. This is not, I'm gonna wait until Saturday. This is Thursday night, midnight showing, because I would want, especially the trailers alone will look crazy. I want to see this. There's no other way to say it.
True. Yeah,
I want to see this.
I want this to be true.
I want this out of Rumormill rundown and into our multiverse minute next time we talk about this.
Yes, please.
That is
what great casting that would be.
That's just
to see
who didn't think of this before. I hope this is true.
Maybe it was a plan all along, right?
Maybe.
To see, I would love to see Sebastian Stan and Robert Pattinson toe to toe acting wise,
and these characters in particular.
Hoo-wee. This could be a fun movie, man. This could be a fun
excited.
movie.
I'll be doing a lot more research on Victor Zsasz to make sure I'm prepared for it.
Yeah.
But from what I know of the Arkham games and just from general
a wild
stuff,
character.
He's crazy. He is crazy. And to see Batman combat that, especially the mind games they can play with each other. Oh, all right.
Yeah, and I think I like this new iteration of Batman too. I love Pattinson's Batman. Like the Batman, I thought was a great movie, you know, and like I can't think of, if you were to say what villain would you do for this if it was for me to pick. I got to be honest with you, it's hard to pick, and then when I hear these words, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a no-brainer. Like, dude, yeah, let's do this character, and then to say Sebastian Stan, hallelujah.
Yes. Amen.
Let's see this, man. I want to see this tomorrow.
Yeah.
I hope this guy gives him such a hard time that the Penguin has to help Batman find him, and that's why the Penguin's going to be in it. And I have a hot take about how I feel about the Penguin. I think the Penguin's going to be in this new iteration of Batman. I think he's going to be Batman's biggest adversary, not the Joker.
Well,
I think they're slowly building that up to that.
it's a good point you bring up on that, because they did introduce the Joker at the post-credit scene of the first one, but I don't think he is going to be the villain for the second one.
No.
I think Joker is going to be one of those slow burn buildups.
Yeah, but I also think the Penguin's going to be the highlight one. You always got Joker's always the highlight of Batman's villains.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the end of this trilogy, it's going to be Batman and Penguin facing off. And that's why we're getting a lot of Penguin too. So then when we get to that, it's going to be, we know a lot about both these characters. Because Colin Farrell as that character is amazing. And the show is amazing. So yeah, I don't know. I could, hot take, you could just not do Joker again for a while. I'd be all right with it.
Well,
I don't think we need it.
Well, my hot take for this would be if they did something similar to the Arkham games for their third movie and make it where it's all these villains against Batman.
Yeah.
Where each one has their highlight moment, but maybe Penguin's the head guy, or, there's something that's bigger behind the scenes where you could be able to, some of these throwaway villains that may not be able to stand alone for him or be a little crazy, a little bit out there, they could be included in it type thing. I guess
anything supernatural you can throw out the window, though. This guy's not going to go there.
I know. Yeah.
Even more so than Nolan didn't, because Nolan didn't either, but he still teetered that line. This guy's going as far from it as he can find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I even be prepared when Harvey Dent does become Two-Face. It's not going to be like what you think it's going to be. It's not going to be half of his face going to be messed up. He's just going to turn into a bad guy. So if that's going to disappoint you, be prepared, because I don't think he's going to go the direction of doing that again. I think it's going to be
a Two-Face as in the metaphorical
maybe they'll gouge his eye out at the most. Like maybe at the very little, they'll hurt him and give him a scar, but it's not going to be like what we've seen before.
Yeah.
It's going to be more grounded, more real.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you guys think of this news, or this not news? I'm sorry, this rumor that's spreading around out there.
My favorite rumor of the day, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Do you want to see Sebastian Stan play Victor Zsasz like Ike and I do, or do you think that he is going to be Harvey Dent? What do you guys think about the characters in general? Comment below and let us know. All right. So where are we teleporting ourselves to now?
So next, we're going to sling ring ourselves right into a nice, good old retrospective of Titanic. And we have a special guest today. It's going to be it's a retrospective branch point breakdown. It's kind of what's taking place of when we don't have a show to talk about. But we're going to do Titanic with our mother. We're going to have a good time talking about that. I had a lot of fun getting ready to do this movie. It's been nice to rewatch it. It'll be fun to sit and talk about it and see how it goes and see what mom thinks. I got a couple real fun hot takes, so we'll have a good time.
Yeah. All right, guys. So stick with us. Here we go.